GBC asked the government if it was doing anything to assist ongoing difficulties and whether it was concerned about Gibraltar's reputation as a tourist destination. It stresses that disruption is usually down to safety procedures put in place to ensure there are no accidents when flying. Passengers are frustrated that flights are not only being diverted, but once people are actually bussed all the way to Malaga, the flights are being cancelled. So why is this happening? When a flight was diverted to Spain before Brexit, the process took around an hour to organise. But now, with so many of the passengers on flights being non-EU nationals, immigration time at the border has more than doubled, and this can take longer depending on passengers' individual visa situations. The last few months has also seen a drop in the availability of coaches. New EU legislation has limited the number of hours that drivers can work for safety reasons. The government says that British Airways and EasyJet are finding it increasingly difficult to find transport, which explains why some passengers report being diverted to Malaga and then being told to find their own transport back to Gibraltar. The government says it's actively working on how to assist airlines with this. So by the time you get through all these obstacles, it's very possible that the airline's crew hours have been exceeded and then your flight is cancelled. Brexit, the gift that just keeps on giving. Though this helps understand why these situations are occurring, there's no getting away from the very real impact it has on travellers.
We wait for a while, maybe 1 hour, and then we have been informed that the flight was cancelled with no backup option, so either refund, either to get another booking online.
I can't understand why it's been cancelled when the EasyJet one got transferred. They got transferred to Malaga. Yeah, I'm not sure why British Airways cancelled for, but it wouldn't stop me coming here. It's a lovely place.
The experience has been terrible. I do understand that things happen in a situation here, but the way BA have dealt with us since the flight was cancelled, they literally just pushed us out the airport. We're having to get a cab to Malaga, stay overnight in Malaga, and booked another flight back to England tomorrow. But that's not taking us where we want to go, so we've got a journey from Gatwick back to Heathrow.
People are often placed in very stressful situations.
We've been travelling since yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning, about 28 to 30 hours. For us personally, it's very hard to travel on a normal travel day. My husband has a back operation. He's recently undergone a hip replacement and his knee replacement is broken. So when something like this happens to us, it's very stressful.
And the geography of Gibraltar, and I fully appreciate it's up to the airline what they do with their flights if they can't come in. And there's not a great deal Gibraltar Airport themselves can do, but the problem is it just reflects so badly on Gibraltar and the reliability of the airport.
There are many that point to Gibraltar Airport as the problem. Just last week, a tourist wrote to the Chronicle and said they were diverted because of the airport closing. The government explains that as the airport is a military airfield with a civilian terminal, every entity involved needs to agree to stay open. Air traffic controllers have to keep to hours for safety reasons, and without them at the airport, it can't operate. Number 6 says the air terminal has never and will never close for any flights, as there are no time-limiting safety regulations for staff there. The local taxi service has also received criticism for not being available when tourists arrive from Malaga at the border late at night. The association told GBC that the taxis don't get any information on the diversions or when passengers are set to arrive, so it's hard to accommodate last minute, at a time when less taxis are working. The weather will, unfortunately, always dictate whether flights make it here or not, but how smooth the process is, like many difficulties at present, seems to rest heavily on achieving a positive treaty.